Okay, so it's been a minute, and as you guys can see, things are a mess. I had to rearrange my house because my kids wanted their own rooms, so I just did that. And then the other thing I've been up to is I did these little switches everywhere. Like here is another one I just put on the wall, and I ran fiber all over the house, and I have 10 gig fiber now. So I kind of just punched through some walls in my house, just from one side of the wall to the other side of the wall, and it punches through, and then I just run it through the rooms. And then like behind my TV here, I have a switch that kind of acts as a main switch right now. It's like a main core switch, and that does all the main switching for the house. And I have 2 lines that run all the way out into my little CryptoMine data center in my garage. And then I've also cleaned up in here quite a bit. As you guys can see, just a bunch of cards. A lot of it's off right now due to just profitability, but I am still running all of my Warthog rigs and all of my Epic CPUs. I built a couple new Epic CPU rigs that you guys have seen. Still got the BC250s running over there. Got the 10 gig fiber all the way out into a 52 port switch, which is sweet, so everything gets full gigabit, and then it's got 4 10 gigabit ports over there, so 2 SFP ports and 2 copper 10 gigabit ports, so that's super nice. They're like $75 on eBay, so that was sweet. And then I got this server, which is, I also have 10 gig fiber going to, and this is kind of what sparked everything. And this thing is sweet. This is a gigabyte NVMe server that I bought, and I'm running 11 Kioxia CD6 2 terabyte drives. And the reason why they're organized like that is because I pulled out a bunch of the U2 cards, U.2 cards, and I only have the like magazine or mezzanine, whatever they call it, and a couple other ports working with one of the PCIe cards, so I could have PCIe slots to put other stuff in. But this guy is sweet. It has an Epic CPU in it, a 7B12, so it's a 2nd gen Rome Epic, but 64 core, and it's actually pretty fast. That 64 core still performs good to this day. And then it's got 256 gigs of RAM, which I have another 256 gigs of RAM coming, so it'll eventually have 512. And yeah, so I'm getting crazy speeds out of these Kioxia drives. When I do certain operations, I'm seeing up to 65 gigs of read speeds from these drives, which is crazy. But I just really got it. I really got this, and I did 10 gig internet because I got this server at such a good deal. Really, I got the server at what the drives cost, which is crazy. And so what I'm doing now is on my gaming desktop, I run a virtual hard drive on this server, and then I mount it onto my gaming desktop, and I'm seeing speeds that are twice of what a standard SSD is just from a net drive over 10 gig network, which is crazy. So that's kind of what I've been doing there. And so as you can see, I have an A2000 in here right here. That's my 10 gig networking. It's got 2 ports, so I can have 2 dual 10 gig lines to this if I want. And then this guy is a HBA card with some old 6 gigabyte SAS ports on it. It's got 2 ports, and I actually have some single slot coolers for the A2000s coming, so I'm going to probably put another A2000 in here, but I have to see if I'm going to end up needing another one of these, because this is going to be for something that I just got today. And boom, this is what I got today. I'm starting to feel like a mini data center now, since I am getting deliveries on pallets. And this is what I need those 2 SAS ports for, because this is a JBOD. And there's actually a big Seagate, I believe it's like a 2840 something, I don't know, I don't quite remember. We'll get there, but it's a Seagate JBOD that holds 80 drives. It's got 2 shelves, 40 shelves each, and I got this on eBay, and it came with 100 drives. So it comes with 20 spare drives, which I thought was amazing. So now I have storage. I have 320 terabytes of usable storage from the JBOD, and I also have 80 terabytes of backup storage in the 20 extra drives, because they're all 4 terabyte drives. So this is going to be my long-term storage for stuff like Plex and pictures and game installers and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. Maybe a Steam archive, you know, so it's quick. I can quickly install games for my 10 gig network, and it's going to be like stuff like that. The other server over there that I got with the NVMe drives, that is the fast game drive, the net drive that I'm using for my desktop, and that allows me to install all my Steam games one time. Even if I reimage my computer, I can just remount that drive and they all are right there. And then that's also my playground for virtual machines, because you have such a fast array of drives. Like, these guys are extremely fast read and write speeds, plus they have a whole bunch of IOPS, so you can do, you know, a ton of input-output with them, which is virtual machine system. I can run, you know, a lot of VMs and have a lot of things talking to the storage on there. And I have it to where there's one drive that's a backup, so I can have one failure, but I only did that so if there's any like data corruption, it'll rebuild. And NFS. That's another thing I'm experimenting with, is NFS on Unraid. So yeah, so that's what this is for. The JBODs are going to be for more of your long-term storage. Not really going to run operating systems with a virtual machine on there, but it should be plenty for just storage and streaming movies and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be a steep learning curve with this, so I will be unboxing this and setting it up here in the next video, but that is what is to come, and I'm sure I will struggle my way through it and figure it out. I also wouldn't be surprised if I just unbox it and plug it all in and it just works. You never know. This is my first one. So anyways, guys, that's kind of what I've been up to, and catch you next time.